Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jacob. Welcome back to Space Engineers. So we had a live stream between last episode and this one, and what I've done is I've added and renamed all of the force fields. All of the force field doors that are needed. So we've got the interior and exterior doors for the flight deck. We've also got the gravity generators for the flight deck, and we've got force field doors for all the hangars, and we also have gravity generators for the habitation area. So if we go inside, you will notice that there is actually gravity. Give me a second. There we go, gravity. Wonderful. 1G of gravity. It's excellent. Yes. And also, I'm not sure if people know about this, but the entire of the fabrication area is done. We've got all the refineries and they've all modulated or have modules. This end one doesn't, but that's because this end one is unique because it's an odd one out. I think it's an odd one out because you need 3 advanced refineries to get a full mix. No. 2, yes, and we've got an odd number, so that's not going to work. We've got all the assemblers. Everything has been added to the automation system. I may want to increase the numbers because what we're going to be using, well, in the future we're going to be using a stupid amount of resources, and we need to get that done. So this episode we're going to be working on a nanite shipyard. So as I've said multiple times, the bottom section of the space station will contain a shipyard. This is where we repair and construct ships. Also deconstruct, but we'll sort that out later. And the way that I've decided to do this is with tons of nanite control factories, which will make construction stupidly fast. So we have like 3 of these on each arm, and say that each one of these current existing things here as an arm, then we have what, 3 times 7 times 2, so 3 times 14. Yeah, a significant amount of nanite factories, which means that we should be able to construct ships very quickly. And we're going to use the existing infrastructure that we've already got. So the example one that we're going to be working on today is this this thing here. I'm thinking that the arms kind of want to go down to here, to this level. We might actually decrease the gradient of this so that it's more of a going down like this. Hang on, I'll show you what I mean. So we need armor block. No, you don't spell it the English way, do you? No, it's the American way, or whoever else's way. So we need this and this and this, just to be safe. So say this is one type of segment, one type of way that we could do it. I just need to get everything in order. There we go, and the other one. You need to be the other way around. There we go. So basically we go like this, and then like this. Then we continue on this pattern until we get down to the area. The reason why I'm having it angled, so not being completely straight all the way, is because it looks better. And if we do the pattern like this, then it should be easier to fit wider ships into the area. So kind of that approach. Might actually extend it down to the bottom, or like flatten it out now. Yeah. So what we could do here is we could go over to here, get the regular armor block, and then get the one of these, and go like this. kind of this shape. If you get what I say. I just killed myself. Okay, that's wonderful. I wasn't going that fast. Right. Let's respawn, shall we? I'm going to pick up my stuff before it gets lost in the abyss. Where is my body? Well, that's my elite stuff lost. Oh, no, it's there. Good, right. Thankfully it was moving. I want everything. Thank you. Good. That would have been very annoying if I lost that. So, if we have this kind of area, and we could fill up the bottom completely. Possibly. Yeah, we could do that. Yes, that's a good idea. I just want to... Before I start doing anything, I want to see what it will actually look like to end with, but I don't know. So... Yes. Now we need to start thinking about nanite placement. So, if we have 3 nanites per arm, and we also need conveyors, by the way. We need conveyor tubes and everything. We want to see where we want the conveyor tubes to be. We could have the conveyor tubes where the current existing armor blocks are, so these could be conveyor tubes. Sadly we don't have angled ones. These could be conveyor tubes. This is a conveyor tube. And then we have the armor going around it. Yes, that might work. Okay. So, I'm going to need to get rid of everything. Well, not everything, but you get the point. Anything that is free. So I'll be back in a bit once I've done a bit more brainstorming to see how I want this to look. So, be right back. Okay, so, if we have the first Nanite factory here, yeah, then the conveyor will go in here. Actually, before I do that, should probably turn off the Nanite factory I've already got before it starts building any of my planned things. Nanite control factory off. Right. So if we have the first one here, then it will have an output here. Okay, so a conveyor will come out here, then it can go down, or it can go across into the next one. So we have a kind of flips around, you there, and there. It's like that. And then it does it again, and then it comes to here, and then we have another one. Let me get rid of this for a second. Let me just throw some steel plate into here. Pick up these, which haven't disappeared, that's good. Pick them up. Okay. So that can continue again for the third one. Of course, I don't have enough because it just used all my interior plate on it. Good job. Give me a second. Give me some interior plate. Thank you. Okay, so... place one here, and do the same thing as before. Take out this one. We have a thing here, conveyor, and another conveyor. So that's 3 there. Noting that we have to times everything by 14 to equal the amount of actual things we're having. Okay. Actually, it might be better if instead of going straight this way, we continue one more so that we have 4. Actually, we could have 5. 5 times 14. So in total we'll have 70 nanite factories, which is actually a fun number to use. So if we do that, so just need to cut off this. I'll collect it in a bit. And then we continue on the pattern. So no, not you. This. Okay, I'll kind of make it a bit cooler in the end, but, well, at the end bit, because that's just decorative. And then we just add our final one, our final factory here. And then do the same as we did before. Noting that it's not being built because we turned off the factory. We'll turn it back on once I've removed all the things that I need. Okay. Good. So there'll be 4 there. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can have a 5th one. So if we have, what's the gap? Gap is of 1, so if we add 1 here. Yes, that could work. So we'd have in total 70 nanite factories, all with projector and construction and deconstruction upgrades, which will help significantly. That's good. And then what we need to do is find a way to make it look good. So this arm here is just going to be conveyors. So we need kind of a rim around it so that we can hide the conveyors once we're done. I think what we can do is I just need a temporary like attachment. So I'm going to extend this out this way again. A temporary attachment so this thing doesn't collapse when I start putting conveyors instead. So we know you're here. So we can start breaking this down. We need a conveyor here, and then conveyor tubes going upwards. Up into here, which we will get into the system somehow. In fact, it could be an easier way to do the conveyors. Well, the airlocks. So we'll go into that later. And then you are surrounded by armor blocks here. And then you continue down this way until you hit here. Okay, and so we want a conveyor block here, and then the rest of them are just regular tubes. No, wrong block. This one. Okay. And so that gets us the second factory, and then the third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one. Okay. So we can get rid of the rest of this. And actually probably use conveyors here and here instead. And then we can get rid of this. And we can get rid of this. Conveyor. Oh right, we don't have any of that. Weld that a bit. Pick it up, place down this, We're going to need to weld something. Don't want to leave debris flying everywhere. Inventory full again. Oh, that's because this is the one that contains like 200. Right, we'll pick that up, and the
inventory full.
This is why I should not be doing this in survival. Right.
Inventory full.
Ah, screw it. It's only a tiny amount. Right, and then continuing, we get rid of this. Then we add this. Weld it a bit so I can get rid of some interior plate. Okay, right. And now what we can do is, now that everything is connected, we can get rid of this. As it serves no purpose. Right. And then we can turn on... no, wrong button. We can turn on the Nanite Factory. Hand in the inventory that we're currently holding. We're going to need to keep some of it, but we don't need all of it. So we can get rid of like 700 steel. Right. Good. So now the Nanite Factory should be constructing what we've already got, which is good. Probably want to get rid of this. Okay, and now... so, all the conveyors are technically remembering the positions of where the Nanite Factories were, which is good. And then we kind of need a curved thing. So for the straight bit, what we can do is... we can use... we'll do the rib bit later, because that can be done at a later date. And by date I mean section of minutes. So what we can do is along here with these, and then down here we have these, and basically this is to help conceal slightly the Nanite Factory. And then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get... you can go away, and we need... go to armor blocks. We need one of these corners. Is it the corners that we want? Yes. Come on. Not wanting to play nice, are we? There we go. Right. So we continue in this kind of pattern. Just not going to do all of it yet. And then I think we need some more. What are the other ones that we've got? We've got these, though we want the ones that don't smooth out. It's these ones. So 8 will go here. And then 9 will go here. Okay, cool. This works. And then say, just go temporarily place down a Nanite Factory, like this. Yeah, that should look better. Quickly destroy it before the factory gets any ideas. And then the last thing that we need to do is actually make it smooth, so we need to add these. Like this. Excellent. This is looking good. And then the interior can be the same for the sections that don't need to be there. Well, the areas that don't contain Mr. Nanite Factory. So that's good. Okay, and then I just need to add all of these. Except they're not going to be on there. They're going to be out here. Right. I'll duplicate the pattern onto the other side and extend it all the way to the bottom. We'll see how it looks, and then we'll be back in a second. Okay, so this is the design look of it. This is without the Nanite Factories for now. So, now that we've done that, we'll do the end bit later. We've got to think about how we're going to attach this to the conveyor network. So, what I'm thinking is we can have pipes coming out this way, heading towards the center. Now, the fun thing about all of these ribs is they're on the 3 section of the habitation module. So it's actually like very hard for people to actually see the conveyor tubes whilst they're there, and we can also cover them up a bit using armor blocks if we need to. So they will continue all the way to the center where they will meet up, and then we will find a way from that network of conveyors to be able to hook them up to the manufacturing area, and the rest of the airlocks can also join in with that fun. So the next thing that we need to do is find a way to conceal it from the outside, and find a way to conceal this area here. Which we might be able to do. So, if we were to, and also, I've got an idea that we'll both hide these, the conveyors, and also hide these, like, lines here. I'm on 12% life support, so I'm going to go get medical station in a second. But if we were to get rid of this, yeah. And then continue, so we're going to actually need to manipulate these so that you're in the correct position. So you're in the correct position. No, you're not. You need to be here. So if we make it do this, and if we get you, 1, 2, 3, there. And we weld those, because I've got my own inventory. Thank you, Mr. Nanite Factory, but you are no longer needed. So if we were to do that, and then do the same here, noting that it's much easier to do it on the flat bits, so we're going to do it on the area here first. And then we do the same, so 9, 9. You are not, yeah, you're facing the right way, and 8. So we do it like that, and then we add you guys, so add there and there, and then we just have a regular, and then we move this out 1 block, so it's kind of a get rid of this. And then just have regular blocks. Okay, so I'll be back in a second once I extend this so that you can see what it actually should look like, and also get my energy back up. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so this is what the this is what it's going to look like now. It's a bit more angled. I would prefer if it was flat, but it actually makes it look a bit better, I think. At the top here, we've got this kind of edge that will kind of be the end of the top section. So the thing that I want to do now is sort out this conveyor area where the conveyors are going to be hidden when they go across the station. And my original idea was to use just regular slopes, like in that kind of pattern here. But actually, I decided I want it like this. So we do that, and then over here, we then make a sharp corner that makes it gradually slope inwards to the center. So I'm just going to wait for that to happen over there whilst I do this. Okay, and now I just need to get the corner so that it doesn't look absolutely goddamn terrible. We want not you. We want to actually make it so that it's actually good. So no, not delete. Insert. Insert man. There, right. And then we do the same here and here, and then we just need you to be in the right location, and you. So kind of like this. Which I shall help welding because the Nanite Factory will take a bit of time to get here. So kind of like that. Gradually slopes into a uniform area. So we just need to duplicate that on the other side. Just need to find the right... oh, that's probably because I'm using the wrong one. That's why it doesn't make sense. There we go, right. And then we add you. Come on, get into the right... I tell you. They are most weird. Probably because I was actually... No, that's wrong. 9. There, right. Behave yourself. And you. Okay, right. So there we go, that's what the exterior will look like. I'm going to do like some of the others later. I actually will probably make a blueprint of this because it is going to be complex to build, and complexity is the most annoying thing in the universe. If it's complex, it just takes ages to actually do properly. So the next step is we add this kind of thing along the edge. This can actually, up to here, we can seal this off. Like so. Get rid of this. And that can be sealed. So we don't need all the space, so we can actually get rid of it. And then we can also get rid of this. Just any spaces where the Nanite Factories aren't taking up, I want to fill, just so that it looks better when you look at it. Okay, so that's good. And then last but not least, we add 2 blocks of this, so 2 wide here, and then get the long ones. Flip it round to the right area here, like this. Then we go along like this. Might do something different for the back section, might not, because it's not going to get looked at that much. And then like this, and then do the same onto here. So just going to wait for the Nanite Factory to build that for me, because I am lazy, possibly because I don't have that much steel on me. Nanite Factory is the most useful thing that I have. Means I don't have to constantly go back to the cargo containers to be able to get my stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of what it should look like. The only problem is I didn't add into here. So this bit doesn't need to be we can kind of use this as a maintenance area if we need to. But yeah, add those in, those get welded, everything's fine, and it looks nice. And then we continue this conveyor all the way along to the next bit, and then the next one, and the next one, and continue that way as well. Duplicate it onto the other side, and then it might look something that's supposed to be there. Yeah, so the last bit that we need to do, the last bit that we need to do to get this arm working is add the Nanite control factories. And we'll only be using half of their modules. Oh, hang on, that's a problem. So we're going to need to move this one up one, because otherwise it will be we wouldn't be able to get all the modules that we want. So take this, move this a bit. Put you here, and add you. Okay, so for those of you who want a reminder of where the Nanite Factory is going, one here. So if we go like this, one here, one there, one here, one here, and one here. So that's 5 in total. Times that by 14 will give us 70 Nanite Factories, which is plenty to construct capital ships in. Yeah, so that will do for today. I will try and build the others if I can do so without having to use a projector. And also I'll extend the conveyor network so that it's everywhere along the bottom. And we'll be back next time, either working on some more of the shipyard or something else. Until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.